Hi, I'm Dipti Deshpande. This podcast is on the industrial production data released on the 12th of June. The data for IIP was released with a caveat that it must not be compared with the previous months as the data is thinly estimated based on low response rates because of the slowdown. On its own, the IIP data released for April doesn't reveal much information on the plight of the industrial sector in the month that saw the most stringent lockdown in India. For a better perspective, therefore, we looked at cross-country data to look at severity of lockdown versus industrial output. What we find is that in the months when lockdowns were most severe or implemented widely, industrial production fell in the range of 11 to 60% on year across countries. Philippines, where stringency conditions are more comparable to India's, saw IIP fall 60%. That said, a few inferences can be drawn using data from other sources. The core infrastructure industry data released earlier saw output falling about 38% in April, led by steel and cement sectors among others. Within manufacturing, if one were to see, textiles, engineering goods, gems and jewelry, leather and petroleum products suffered massive declines on the exports front. With the lockdown and domestic demand drying up, these have faced a double whammy. Others like automobiles too have faced a blow as plants were shut and there were practically no sales, signaling low production in subsequent months. The first quarter of this fiscal is expected to be the worst affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. India's lockdown was one of the most stringent in Asia during April. May saw some easing, but economic activity did not quite bounce back. June too is unlikely to see major relaxations as the COVID-19 affliction curve is yet to flatten. All this is weighing on GDP growth. We see the Indian economy contracting 5% on year in fiscal 2021. While we expect non-agricultural GDP to degrow 6%, agriculture could cushion the blow by growing 2.5%. This is premised on an extension of restrictions and lockdown, especially in states where COVID-19 cases are still rising, a normal monsoon that supports the Kharif crop and agriculture incomes, softer crude oil prices, and limited fiscal support to prop up an immediate revival in growth. Overall, risks remain tilted to the downside and hinge on further extension in containment measures, slipping of global growth, and a subnormal monsoon. With this, we come to the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening in. Stay safe.